Hey guys, it's Ahmer here. So today we begin 2022 and I'm so excited to go ahead and put out another goals video of what I have in mind for this year. So last year I achieved so many different goals for the channel and so many different items that I had on my list for pickups. So this year we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to do my top 10 of what I expect to find and what I expect for this channel in 2022. So let's go ahead and check out that list. So with last year being a bit crazy, a bit hectic, I thought overall it was a pretty decent year. So I found so many items that were on my top 10 list, and a lot of those items I went ahead and put on display in the game room. So I can't wait to share with you guys a new 2022 game room tour video, as I've changed so much in the game room. I didn't think I had any more room, but here we are still putting things in the game room. So this year I compiled a list of my top 10 pickups and expectations for this year on YouTube and other social media. So we're going to go ahead and go through my top 10. So number 1, I want to visit more video game conventions. Last year I went to my very first video game convention, which was the Southeast Game Exchange. I had so much fun. I met so many awesome YouTubers. I just had a blast going there. I found so many cool items at the convention, and it was just kind of jam-packed all in one. So I definitely had a lot of fun at the Southeast Game Exchange, and then later in the year I went to Too Many Games in Pennsylvania. So I just had a blast at both of these conventions, and I would love to kind of venture out, see different video game conventions, find more awesome items there, and meet more people. So this community is so close, and I just really enjoy meeting people and just having fun and talking about video games and just having a blast when I'm there. So that is my number 1 goal. I would love to go to more video game conventions as long as everything is still open and the world is not crazy. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we could go ahead and have video game conventions coming up. So that is my number 1 goal. And then number 2, I decided that I would love to find more video game kiosks to add in the game room. As you have seen last year, I added quite a few to my game collection, and they vary in size, so even though some of them are just so bulky and big, I'm hoping that I can find some of the smaller ones, maybe even a Super Nintendo kiosk, maybe a Sega Genesis kiosk, something along those lines. Maybe I don't need a big Sega Saturn kiosk, as those are just huge, but it would be pretty cool to find some sort of different video game display kiosk, maybe a Pokemon Snap Station or something like that. That would be pretty cool to add in the game room, or just pretty much anything really, just because I love when the video game kiosks are up and running. They're just so easy. You just turn them on and you could just play pretty much any game that you have. So definitely excited, and I'm really hoping to find more video game displays such as the kiosks, because I do have such a collection of them already. And then on to number 3, I would love to add another video game display light, some sort of neon sign, like a Nintendo 64 neon sign would be pretty cool. I would love to add some sort of, maybe even that Sega, the Sonic the Hedgehog coming soon neon sign with that dry erase board. That has been on my list for several years now, and I would love to find one, so maybe this year is going to be the year where I find one and I add one somewhere on display in this game room. That would definitely be pretty cool. Or even a PlayStation light, as I do have this PlayStation 2 neon sign, but even just finding a PlayStation would be pretty sweet as well. Just kind of varying it up, and that would be pretty cool. Even finding one of those fiber optic World of Nintendo or some sort of big sign like that would definitely be amazing, but not really too sure that I'm going to find one of those, as I always try and find deals on those, and I try not to pay what they actually go for. So hopefully we can find something this year that would definitely fill in that spot. Then my number 4, I would love to add some sort of banner or some sort of display or poster So this past year I found so many different displays, some cardboard little cubes, some cardboard boxes. I found tons of posters. I even found that God of War 3D kind of poster. That thing is just so beautiful. I would love to find more items similar to that. There is a Street Fighter one that I've had my eyes on for quite some time, as I do have a couple other 3D kind of poster-like of those Street Fighter signs. There's just one that I'm missing that I know of in the set, and I would love to add some sort of banner, that little silk or whatever that material is. They have that Star Fox banner. They even have that Mortal Kombat one for the Super Nintendo era. Those would be pretty awesome to add in the game room somewhere. So I would love to add some more posters, displays, signs, things like that. That would definitely be pretty cool to add. And then my number 5 on the list. So this is definitely carrying over from last year. So if you guys remember, I really wanted one of those World of Nintendo cabinet displays, one of those store display items. So I do have that little Sega Genesis one that you would have seen back in the day at Walmart. I did score that several years ago when I first started collecting these store display items, and I scored it for such an amazing deal, but I have not found anything like that over these past few years. So I would love to add either a World of Nintendo cabinet, some sort of game display or cabinet like that, or even a Sega one or PlayStation, something along the lines of that. I would just love to have one of those cabinets with all of the glass shelving, something that I could just put things on display in with the lights and just have it beautifully displayed and kind of meticulously put together. So I would love something like that. So that is definitely number 5 on my list. Now number 6 on the list, I wanted to go ahead and switch it up. So of course I would love to have some sort of goal for my social media, like YouTube, Instagram, just things like that. So I would definitely love to have a lot more subscribers, as anyone would. So this year I'm really going to challenge myself and hope that we make it to at least 7,000 subscribers on the channel. I think we're a little bit over 4,000 at this time, so I know that that is pushing it, but that would be amazing. And then to go ahead and have at least 7,000 on my Instagram as well, that would definitely be pretty cool. I would love to have more people engaged in the channel, just more comments and more things like that. And I would definitely love to kind of help with this community as well. So that is my number 6 on the list. And then number 7, this is actually carrying on from last year. So one of my goals last year was to find that Jungle Green Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong box, the one that I had when I was a kid. Now I have my Jungle Green Nintendo 64 system, and I have the game in the box. But I would love to have the console box with Donkey Kong on it, because that was one of my favorites as a kid. I have several pictures of me during the holidays with that box, and I would love to have one in my collection today. I know that they went up in price, and I had the chance to get a couple complete in box at video game conventions, but I'm really just looking for the box. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be the year that I find one. I would love to put it on display with my little Nintendo 64 area, where I have all of the consoles, the controllers, and some boxes already. So that would definitely be pretty sweet, and that is definitely on my list this year as well. And then on to number 8, I would love to add more video game apparel, and in specific, I would love to have some more video game jackets in my collection. I would love to have some sort of Nintendo one, even PlayStation, just various games, things like that. I would love to find some more because I do have some for the Super Nintendo. I have that cool Star Fox jacket. I even have the Play It Loud jacket for Nintendo. I even have an Atari one, some Sega Genesis ones, a Dreamcast pullover. I would just love to add more apparel to the game collection. I just pretty much love wearing all these different video game t-shirts, but there is something about the vintage ones and the older ones, even employee ones, that just really stick with me. So I would love to have more of those in the game collection as well. Now number 9 in the collection on this wish list here, I would love to add another arcade machine to the collection. I know last year I really wanted to find a Crazy Taxi arcade machine, one of those sit-down racing style machines. I would just love something like that you could just kind of turn on, sit down, and just start racing. That would be pretty cool. or even a Neo Geo cabinet like my buddy has. So those would be pretty sweet to find locally in this area, as shipping those is definitely insane. So I would love to add some sort of arcade machine, something like that. And then of course, bringing it home with number 10, I would definitely love to add some sort of pinball machine to the game collection. So some sort of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, or Space Invaders, something along the lines of that. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm still holding out for a good deal, and I'm hoping that if something pops up in the area, I could go ahead and pick it up, just bring it here, and have some pinball action going on in the game room. I think that that would be pretty cool, or even if I have to, put it outside in the garage with some of the other arcade machines that I already have. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about my top 10 list of all of these goals and ideas for 2022. Do you have similar goals? Do you have a list of games that you're looking for? Or do you have a list like me of just random items that you just kind of compiled together, hoping for the best for 2022? Just let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And of course, let me know if there's anything else that I'm missing. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.